The Puerta Amarilla separates the end of Torreón that connects the region with Gómez Palacio. Made by Enrique Carvajal González, he narrates that for this monument he needed to make a symbol that represents Torreón. They told him, "Wheat is the main resource we plant here in Torreón." So he thought to unite two wheat spikes to make an arc, and with all the spikes it counts all the towns in Torreón. This sculpture represents one of the most important elements of Torreón, how Torreón emerged and started to grow with the plant of wheat, something that is still present in all Lagunenses. All these memories as a part of their culture. The experience you can get from this monument is by seeing it, by how big it is, by how monumental it is. The way it's located, it's so perfect. Because if you enter or exit the town, you're going to see it, and if you want to walk to it, by its path, it gets higher than the ground. And not less important, its color, a pure yellow that is brighter and stands out of the gray colors of Torreón.
Inaugurated on May 13, 2010, La Tolvanera is an interactive sculpture designed by sculptor Roberto Gotes, with help from engineers Eduardo and Arturo Salas. At first, a seemingly shapeless sculpture, La Tolvanera honors the environment of the region in an unexpected way. Capable of withstanding winds of up to 120 km per hour, La Tolvanera's main structure is able to rotate in a way that imitates a dust storm. Wind is one of the most important environmental factors in the Laguna region, and even more specifically Torreón, as the desertic ecosystem relies on the wind for seed dispersion and vegetational reproduction. Wind is also a characteristic aspect of La Laguna in the sense that its inhabitants have gotten used to the dust storms, tolvaneras, or even called lluvias laguneras, that constantly punish the region, especially in the early months of spring. While the main experience that the sculpture provides is visual, being a massive structure 11.5 meters tall, weighing 4.5 tons, and being painted in a vibrant magenta which contrasts in a pleasing way with its environment, La Tolvanera has the added bonus of interacting with the characteristic weather conditions of Torreón. Conditions which its citizens need to constantly grapple with while at the same time identifying with them.
El manto de la Virgen. This sculpture was made in 2007 by Rogelio Madero from Torreón, an important local sculptor who worked on several municipal and national works. El manto de la Virgen was part of a project consisted of 4 stages. Being at one of the entrances of the city helped for it to be well received by the public, which makes it a key meeting point, thanks to the square that is located at the foot of the sculpture and the letters of Torreón that accompany it. Recently, in 2022, due to complaints from citizens, the municipal president came out to defend the integrity of the sculpture by remodeling it, giving a renewed appearance to both the structure and the plaza that surround it. This sculpture is a clear example of the values and customs that represent the city. Since it is an explicit religious representation, it gives rise to understanding the traditions and the customs of the city. It allows us to understand the nature of our behavior as well as the way in which we can relate.